can hear us right now.
Okay, we are technically live on
Wait, are we live on Facebook?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. Didn't on that podcast.
Eh?
I forgot the name of our podcast. What did we decide to call it again? Oh yeah,
Mental breakdown.
yeah.
You did good. You did
Ah,
good.
jeez. What a fucking day, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was intense.
Yes. Are we talking to an audience right now?
We're technically live, but yeah.
Can they hear us?
Yes.
Did they hear my incompetence? God damn it. All right. And we should be going live on Facebook any second now.
Gonna go double check on YouTube that we are indeed live.
Yeah, I have it open here. It says that we are.
Oh, amazing. And we sound good?
Yes. I have no idea. Give me 1 second.
Wow.
Yes, we sound fine. Maybe it. Oh no, never mind. It's just my YouTube that was low. Yeah, we sound fine. Here I'll flip over the screen. Hello, Facebook. Hello. Why is my mic not working? That's annoying.
It's working on my end though, I think.
Yeah, it could. Okay, now it is. Or not. What the? Hello? Oh, I wasn't speaking loud enough. Jeez. Holy filter, Batman. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Jeez. I'm gonna reduce that filter a little bit because I need to get like a freaking. Okay, threshold needs to be a little lower. Right? Right? Right. No, geez, this is garbage.
See, it's funny because for my end you sound fine, but it's because Discord doesn't take into account all the filters you put in OBS.
That's the thing. But now I'm having just plain up issues. Hold on. Hold on. Why are you being this way? Why are you like this? Oh, I didn't. That's my bad. Is this better? No, this worse. Is this better? No. Jeez. Where's my? I'm confused. I need this. Be lower or higher? I need this to be higher. Right?
Sure.
Oh, good. I made it worse. I made it so much worse. When in doubt, remove all filters. Hello. Okay, much better. Hi. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, we seem to be live, so take it away, friend.
Wait, your camera's stopped. Okay, now it's fine. Okay.
Is your camera stopped? No, your camera's moving. We're all good.
Yeah, it's
Everything's
because
good.
yeah, it's like earlier when you minimize me.
Yes.
I stopped work. Now it works. It's perfect. Great.
It's amazing.
All right.
Life is good.
Man. We're just
Hard.
we're good with openings. Just like it's
This
all
was
smooth.
Brilliant start.
I feel though even when you're like a super pro, I guess like it's never like there's always something, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Here I am, like on the fly, gonna try and adjust my freaking vocal filters.
All right. Well, yeah. Uh hello everyone. Hello all you wonderful people of the internet. My name is Necrovoker, and I have with me my precious friend and co-host Holorum. Uh
Hi, that's me. That's my name.
aw. And we welcome you to Mental Break Dads, the official Dads After Dad podcast.
Oh yeah.
So thank you for joining us today for our first episode. And without further ado, Holorum, how are you on this fine day?
Exhausting. Like I was just saying as we were apparently live. Today was a big day, but I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Things are looking up. There are pieces moving that haven't moved in a long time, and that's always exciting. So yeah. How about you, dear friend?
Yeah, kind of. Well, not as life changing as you, but I mean, I stayed in the basement the whole day. But yeah, it's all.
Part of me wishes I did too, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, just I guess like every day as a dad is a rough one.
There's definitely there's no time, not much time for rest. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, speaking of rest, did you do anything podcast worthy? I guess in the last few days that you want to share with the audience?
Oh boy, I got a new job, so that's pretty cool. Started that this week. So far, it's been pretty much just like general training and things like that, so nothing too exciting yet, but the prospects are nice. The I'm looking forward to like actually getting started. You know, there's like
Yeah.
that awkward phase where you're kind of following those basic like sexual harassment trainings, how to do it properly and things like that.
I didn't
It's
mean to laugh at sexual harassment training. It's just yeah, the fact that you always have to
you
do it, and
yeah,
it
you
never serves any purpose really because people are still gonna do it because men are pig.
well, that's the thing. And those who are going to do it are going to do it, and those who aren't. There might be that small minority that's like on the fence, and then they see those trainings and they're like, oh, not supposed to touch people's butts. Well, now that I know, I won't. You know.
Being on the
But
fence about sexual harassment is really weird.
well, I
Well,
mean,
you know, I could see both sides of the coin, but I guess now I'm not gonna sexually harass you.
it's all a question of perspective, and perspectives change. So I'm hopeful, I guess. But
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so it's been mostly things like that. But starting next week, I should start getting more into the meat of things. So that's exciting.
Cool.
How about you?
Well, nothing changed on the job front, but well, I guess I'm working through some of my backlogs of different mediums. I don't know. Are you're not caught up on the Owl House, right? You haven't watched season two?
No, I
Okay.
finished season one quite a while ago, actually, probably last winter, I think.
Yeah.
But haven't touched it since.
Well, season two is on hiatus right now. So we had the half season, like mid season finale.
Yeah, okay.
Which means that I needed a new source of sapphic wholesomeness for a little bit. So I got to Life is Strange for the first time, uh, like in the last week. Uh,
Yeah, okay.
it's been on my
The
radar
first
for
one?
yeah, the first one. It's been a while. I mean, I already knew the story, of course, because I mean I've watched LPs back in the day when it first came out, but it was the first time
Yeah.
I actually like went through it, and was very nice. It was soft and soothing. The art style is and the music are super nice. Relationship between the two characters, Chloe and Max, is super cute, feels natural, and it was just great to experience it firsthand.
It's funny, Life is Strange is one of those games that I never wanted to watch the LPs because I wanted to play the game for myself, and obviously
And then you never end up
being
doing it.
no, exactly. I never even bought the game because I never thought I'd have time to play it, and sure enough, probably wouldn't have had time to play it unless we would have streamed it. But
Yeah, I was skipping it initially
um,
because I had bought it for eventually with the idea of eventually streaming it, but then like we it doesn't really work with our current format, so I just
yeah,
thought like, fuck it, I'm just just gonna play it for
may as
myself.
well. I mean, you need to keep some games to have just like fun with too, like to explore on yourself without having to just relaxing, like not trying to make a show out of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's good too.
Not sure if my microphone issues are fixed. I need to speak very loudly for this to work. Is this better? Yeah, I think this is better. Nope, every time I go down. Ah! Uh, Here, how about this?
That
Very. Hello, hello. Okay, there you go. Now I fixed it. Hi.
that's
So on
amazing.
my audio, it might be a little choppy, but that's okay. We'll use your audio. Uh,
We'll fix it in post, you guys.
yeah, exactly. Long live post.
Uh, since it's our first episodes, we don't really have a question. So we usually want to have a question of the day that we want to touch upon, but so we don't
We
have
kind of
one.
do have a question.
We
It's
kind of
just a,
we
a,
kind of
a
do.
little bit different than the next ones will be.
Yeah, so in the future, you guys, you faithful listeners, if you have any ideas of subjects you'd like us to tackle, opinions you'd like us to share, just stupid questions you'd like to ask, please feel free to send them to us either by writing something in the comments below, write to us on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, or sending us an email at dadsafterdarkchannel@gmail.com. And that's, I think, all the platforms we're on.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for those of you watching us on Facebook, you'll see underneath Necrovoker's beautiful face our various medias parading in front of you. So we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have Twitter, and I've also recently opened us an Instagram,
Oh,
all
really?
with the same handle. Yeah, I mean, why not? Uh, all with the same handle, basically. So look us up, send us a message on any one of those platforms. And if you're listening to this after the fact, best way to find us is probably on YouTube, where you'll see a video version of this podcast, and where you'll find all of our socials as well to try and reach us. Or, like Necro said, email is always an option. And let us know what you think. Let us know if you're around, what kind of questions. We'll dig into this a little bit more, but we do plan on focusing more on mental health issues and things like that, but also gaming issues and parenting issues and things like that are all subjects that interest us. So yeah.
Yeah. And today to fill the gap, we wanted to answer the question that we initially asked ourselves when we started this channel, which essentially, why the fuck are we doing this? And
It's a good question to ask.
yeah,
Let's be honest.
which you put it as the ultimate why.
Yeah. So the ultimate why is, for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, is a concept in like, especially what motivational coaches and things like that will bring up the ultimate why as being the ultimate source of motivation. So basically, you ask yourself the question why, and you keep asking yourself that until you hit a wall, and there's no more explanation to keep going towards. So why this? Okay, then but why this next thing, and why this next thing over and over again until you hit that wall, and that becomes your ultimate source of motivation. Usually for like a specific project, but it can be more general for pretty much anything. And one example for us is this podcast project. So do you want to start by walking us through your process, Necro?
Well, the podcast really was just an extension of the initial idea of us starting a channel together, because for a long time we had this I I don't know about idea, but I guess dream of having just this community that online that we wanted to build together, and eventually that evolved into the gaming channel that we've put together this year. And then yeah, the podcast was just a way of just expanding on certain subjects that we don't really necessarily get to touch upon, I guess, on the gaming side of things. So it was just a way of just making more content of the stuff we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, like you said, it started. I forget who messaged who first, but we both kind of had that we both kind of felt that need for community. That we were looking for a community that we couldn't quite find one that fit into what we needed. The and I'm sure there are a bunch of them out there. It's just that we haven't found them or we haven't clicked with them or anything like that. And then that's when the idea kind of popped up of making our own. Um, to me, the like the ultimate why of the podcast, I've always been somebody who enjoys discussing these types of things, but I rarely have the opportunity to do so. Mental health in particular is something that's so stigmatized that a lot of people kind of avoid it or kind of are a bit afraid of it and things like that. And in the past few years in particular, I've been trying harder um, to have those conversations with some people, whoever was willing to have them, basically. And it hasn't been always easy, and I don't always succeed. But to me, with this, but with you, it was never that big of an issue to talk about that. So it just seemed to make sense that if we wanted to kind of open up the subject to the world, to do it together, since we were already pretty comfortable talking about it. So
Yeah.
um, yeah. But if we're to go to the ultimate why question, uh why did we let me give you an example of an ultimate why by you podcast, like the process itself, because this is an exercise that I've done for quite a few things in the last few years. So why do a podcast? Well, we said it, we because we want to talk about mental health to whoever is willing to listen. Okay, but why do I want to do that? Well, because I think mental health is important and that not enough people are talking about it, even though more and more people are talking about it. Okay, well, why do you think that's an important thing? Well, I think it's an important thing because a lot of people suffer from mental health issues, partly because they're misinformed or because they don't have as many resources as some other people have. I'm very lucky in my position for the amount of resources that I have. Um, so I would love to share that to the people who um to don't have those kinds of resources. All right, well, why do you want to share those resources to people? Because I want to help people. I want to make this world just a teensy bit better in any way that I can. And then why do that? That's where I hit a wall for me. Is there's no explanation as to why I want to find a way to make the world a little bit better in whatever way I can.
I feel you don't
That
need.
seems to be the ultimate why over here.
Yeah, I feel like you don't need a justification for that one.
It's a bit harder to justify. Yeah, it's kind of like you do or you don't.
Yeah, and like something like a lot of people don't really understand is like mental health is not just like, I mean, you don't need to be like crazy to that's for it to apply to you. Like everyone suffered like different like episodes, and I mean at the bottom line is just like learning how to do self-care basically, and
Yeah.
that can go like that can cover like just like dieting, that can cover just like changing your life hygiene, that can just like there's so many different things that do affect mental health, and a lot of things that mental health do affect as well. So it's just a good thing to talk about these things and see like how wide uh this I guess like this aspect of life can affect your day to day.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting, you brought up dieting, for example. Like dieting would not necessarily be um easily perceived in the subject of mental health, right? Because that's more of a physical thing, but it definitely impacts it in more ways than one, and vice versa. So if you have poor mental health, it could affect your diet in one way. If you have poor diet, it could affect your mental health in another way.
Yeah.
And even on both of those spectrums, there's a variety of ways that it could affect it. So it just feels like it's such a wide subject to tackle, that I think it's going to make for some really interesting conversations. And I'm excited that we're actually starting this today. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while.
Yeah. And sometimes we're just going to talk about bullshit, you guys. It's not always going to be
Absolutely.
super heavy.
Absolutely. Because you know what? That's part of having good mental health too, is being able to just like goof off once in a while and not take life too seriously.
Yeah. And we are complex individuals. We have a lot of different hobbies, and we want to talk about it sometimes because my wife cannot listen to me shipping shit all the time. She's not a huge shipper, so it's hard to talk about these things with her.
Especially if you want her to stay your wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is good for your mental health. So full circle.
All right, so I think that covers our motivation, I guess. And I guess then the next question we could have after why is who the fuck are we?
After why, there is the who.
So today we don't we don't have a subject per se. Well, at least the subject of this podcast is gonna be us. Yeah, so you get to know us.
Sorry, for a second.
And for your viewing pleasure, Holorum and I are gonna play the Newlywed game.
Oh yeah.
Which is probably fitting because a lot of people assume we were very gay for like a good chunk of our lives.
That, and I've also noticed, I don't know if I ever told you this actually, but a couple of months ago, I was looking at the analytics on our YouTube, and like most of the people who found us through searches were searching for something like related to homosexual couples and found us.
That's
So
amazing.
we were tagged somewhere on YouTube as being a homosexual couple, and I think that's hilarious.
Oh, I'm all here for it though. That's amazing.
Oh, definitely. It was so funny. And I mean, we kind of played the part too a few times, like especially during Stardew Valley, but that's another story. We'll have to go back to that game.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, that's great. That made my day. I'm glad that like to some degree like I'm part of that world.
I was keeping that information preciously so that I could pull it out at one point and make you happy, because I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, good times.
Cool.
Also, I'm the one who mostly takes care of the social media platforms of Dads After Dark, especially TikTok and Instagram. And our TikTok is so gay. Like there's so many pages that the algorithm is throwing at me that have to do with the LGBTQ IA plus community. It's great. There's so many good videos on that side of TikTok, but yeah, it's very gay. It's very fun.
I'm glad to be there because we're both very like we're both cis white heterosexual men. And it's like the most boring, like I mean I love my wife and I love my life, but I also know that I'm like slightly burnt toast without any condiment on it. Like I am plain yogurt, I know that. So even if I get a whiff of spice, like I'm
yeah,
happy
exactly. Just to hang out amongst the various flavors of the world and kind of enjoy them in our own way.
So yeah.
But yeah, who are we? That's the next question. So
so the idea of the Newlywed Game is that we're gonna ask each other questions about ourselves, and the other needs to answer and prove how well they know us. So yeah, we're gonna ask Wait, you're gonna ask me questions, and then I write my answer, and then you have to guess the answer.
So, caveat here. Did you find those questions? Because I didn't look for them. Was
I
I
have a
supposed to look for
list.
them?
I've made a
Oh,
list. I went through a
okay,
lot of
perfect.
them that did not apply. Like, what was your spouse like wearing on your wedding day? But I feel like you should know
Uh,
that though. Yeah,
what
that's an
was
issue if
your
you don't.
spouse wearing on your wedding day? I mean,
White dress,
I,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah,
What did your spouse wear on her wedding day? Nothing because you're not married.
to be determined. Uh,
You're sinful.
yes, very. Uh, both my children are bastards. Did we tell you that a few years ago we've been talking about marriage for a while and we've been engaged for 6 years now. Um, but when we first got engaged, we actually started planning a few things, and then money became an issue, so we stopped planning a bit. But we wanted to have a steampunk wedding. Did I ever tell you that?
No, that's cool.
That was our initial plan. The plan has changed since, but the initial plan was to have a steampunk wedding. So there was a local person who made steampunk dresses and things like that, and we saw one that really looked cool, and my fiance was very keen on having that one as her wedding dress or something similar to it. But we have since changed our plans slightly. Not
Slightly.
slightly,
Are you
quite a bit.
keeping that that information close to your chest, or
Well, there's nothing super. Um, I could tell you something, and then in 2 weeks it could be different. But like the last thing we talked about was just to have a party slash barbecue type of thing, just a celebration of love more than anything. Not really. Like we never wanted to go too overboard with it or anything like that, but we do want something nice and celebratory. That's kind of the idea behind it right now. And last thing we talked about was more of a an outdoor close to nature type of ceremony, but focused on the joys of love, if you will.
yeah, that'd be cool. And
Yeah.
we'd all wear kilts and
No, just me.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, my best men are all gonna wear kilts. I'm gonna make you
I
guys buy kilts.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I was gonna ask because like, is that like cultural like appropriation? Because like
Possibly, but
you are of Scottish descent, so you do have your kilt of your
yeah,
clan.
yeah. I have my family tartan.
But then like I can't wear your tartan, right? Like I'm not of your family. I'm not of your how do I become part of your clan?
To be, you would need to pledge allegiance to my chieftain, who honestly I have no idea who it is. It's some dude in Scotland probably. Um, but to be honest, like there's a lot of quote unquote cultural appropriation for kilts and tartans and things like that, but I've never met someone from Scotland who cared that much. Like
Yeah,
they love seeing people in kilts, and they love everyone that I've met anyways, they love like talking about that part of their history and sharing it with people uh and inviting people to be part of their family even if it's non-official, so
yeah,
if
yeah.
I decide that you guys are all going to wear the my tartan for my wedding, nobody that I know of anyways would ever like rag on me for it.
Yeah, and I mean at that point, I mean like you're the grooms, you're the the groomsman. You're and I mean I'm the godfather of one of your kids. You're the godfather of one of mine. So I feel like at least there's some blood relations at this point.
Yeah,
We can
yeah, I mean,
justify it.
oh yeah.
I want my kilt. God damn it! I want to be a Portuguese with a kilt.
Oops, I just saw I just saw that we missed a couple of comments on Facebook, but they were just confirming that indeed it has been 6 years that we've been engaged, and also asking who the fuck we are. So we're gonna have to answer that question somewhat soon. So yeah, you said you have the list of questions, so maybe you
Yes.
should ask the questions. We both write our answers, and then I try to guess yours, you try to guess mine, kind of deal.
Yeah, basically. So, and
All right.
if we get the answer wrong, we need to eat those Bean Boozled
You
mystery
guys
jelly
remember
beans.
Bean Boozled? Is it? Anyways, yeah. You remember these old things?
Is it an old thing?
Well, I mean, it was popular in like 2015 on YouTube. I don't know if it's still being used now, but
We're so late to everything. That's great. And well, although like the people in 2015 did not have this version that's even more sensational, because you'll see that there's new. On my box is a 5th edition, so, and it says there's new flavors such as stink bug and dirty dishwater.
there's definitely new flavors.
Take that, 2015 YouTubers. You ain't
Yeah.
got shit anymore.
Suck it. How's that?
Okay, so
Before we start, do you mind pulling up Facebook for a second? I want to show you something funny.
Facebook, yes.
Go on our stream on Facebook.
You're asking me so many things to do.
I'm invisible.
So demanding. How do I get to you? Watch.
Yeah, I don't even think you follow our page.
I'm not on Facebook anymore. Like, I don't spend time. I go on Facebook when my wife tells me go like their pictures, and that's
Yes. That's most of my interaction lately. Are you there? Did you find us? Am I gonna have to share it to you? Hold on.
Oh, there you go. I think I found us.
Yeah. Do you see our beautiful faces?
Am I? No, that's not the right one.
Yes, Dad's After Dark is unfortunately not an exclusive thing, an exclusive name.
Yeah, well, you win some, you lose some.
Does happen. Okay, you know what? Here, go to Discord.
Oh, there you go. I found it.
Fine then. So you see me? You see my beautiful face?
Yes, I do.
All right. Oh, you don't? Wait, latency.
You're invisible. Wow.
Yay! My water bottle is green, so it becomes invisible because of my green screen.
I'm sure glad I did all this to see that. That's gold content.
I'm tired. I need amusement, okay? All right, let's go. Let's play your stupid game. Cut that out in post.
I want a divorce.
Well, for that, we need to get married first. That's what I keep hearing.
Okay, so
all right, I'm ready.
We're gonna start with something very easy. What is your spouse favorite color? So you need to write your answer for you.
Yeah, so what is my favorite color?
Yeah, you write down yours and I write down mine.
I don't know your favorite color. What the...
I don't know my favorite color.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time somebody asked you your favorite color? Like 25 years ago?
Yeah, basically. And back then it was like, I like red. Or like it's red, blue, and pink, like, and that's it. Like no other colors exist.
No, of course not.
Okay, so
who guesses first?
I can try.
All right.
I think your favorite color is blue. Yeah.
It's upside down, but yes, I'm a basic bitch.
Yes, you basic bitch.
All right. I'm gonna say.
You have a specific shade of blue, or just like I like blue?
Navy blue.
Navy blue. Okay, that's respectable. That's a manly color. That's what society would tell you.
So I win a few points. I have no stinking idea what's your favorite color, but like I remember that when we were kids, I'm pretty sure that when we were kids you would answer red to the question, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm gonna say magenta.
Okay. I have warm pink, which is very
Okay.
close to magenta. So I think I'm gonna give it to you.
Yes, I don't eat gross
I think I'm
shit.
gonna give it to you because
Awesome. I have no idea what warm pink is. I'm actually gonna
it's more
Google
like a
that.
fuchsia, I guess, like type color. I really like
Okay. Yeah, I see what it is.
because I don't like
That's a nice
the
color.
usual bubblegum pink because like it's more like leans more toward the cold uh side of the color wheel, whereas like the
Yeah.
warm, I feel I like it.
Yeah, so if I look at what magenta is, it seems to be a bit more neon than warm pink would be.
But it's
Am
close
I
enough.
wrong in
I'm
thinking
gonna give
that?
it to you.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, next question. I'm going to use the same paper because I have a limited amount of paper.
Okay, so what's your
And also
spouse's
trees and stuff, I guess.
yeah, that's good too. What's your spouse's favorite movie?
Ah, geez, do I know what my favorite movie is? Yeah, I do, but do I know what your favorite movie is? Movie, right? Movie, not show, not anything like that.
Yeah, movie specifically.
Movie. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try to guess yours. The only one it's probably not it. It's probably not it. But I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings, the whole trilogy.
Do you have a guess of which one?
Okay. Fellowship.
You're pretty.
Yes.
Yep, there you go. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm afraid you won't get mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, because I was gonna guess Lord of the Rings as well.
I love the Lord of the Rings, but this movie I love for other reasons.
Let me think. Like it was either that or Tangled because I know it played for like 3 months on your TV when you moved in your apartment.
That's true. It's not my favorite movie though. It's not even my favorite Disney movie. It's just the only movie we had. And we didn't have cable or anything, and all we had in that apartment for the first month and a half was a futon, a TV, and a PlayStation, and that's all we could play.
It's a good movie though. It's good. So
It is. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I've watched it way too much now because my son loves it, but
you should show him the TV series. It's great too.
he loves it. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's so the TV series is the one time that I had to call the Disney Channel and spent an hour and a half on the phone with them because one episode did not work, but I thought it was the whole series that wasn't working, but it was just that one episode, it turns out. And so I'm actually the one who switched episodes after an hour of talking with the guy. And I'm like, oh, well, the next episode's working. So he's like, oh, so it's just that one episode working? I'm like, yeah. So he goes to see the episode and he's like, "Oh, you're right. It's super glitched. We'll have to fix that. Thank you." And it's like, "Okay, cool."
Wow.
And then he managed to watch the rest. I haven't tried that episode to see if it works now. I guess we'll run back into it once we loop around. But yeah, so my favorite movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I write
Shit.
like shit.
The old one, right? That's like pseudo Roman with
Yeah, exactly. The early 2000s. I don't remember the exact date. The
right.
one with
Keira
what's her
Knightley
name?
as as
That's
Guinevere.
Guinevere.
Yeah. Shit,
Yeah, that movie was like the first movie that I saw. Like me and King Arthur is an old love story, right? But it's the first movie that I saw that actually put it in the Roman times, which is the time that King Arthur probably would have existed, like the years between 550 and 600 or so. Um, and there was just so much epicness in that movie, and especially in the final combat scene and the music. Anyways, I love that last combat scene. So yeah,
yes.
it's
And no, yeah, now I remember. I didn't think you like it had carried
Remembered
over.
it.
It had carried over in your adulthood. But I do remember you
Well,
were very big. You were Lancelot simp before simping was a thing.
oh, definitely. Yeah, just Lancelot had two short swords.
It was
I
cool.
mean, and he was a badass with them. I made those out of wood.
I
I
know
loved those
you
swords.
broke my thumb on with them.
Probably, I don't remember, but I you. So I'm afraid you're the first one to eat a bean, my friend.
Yep. All right, so let's do that. Are we using the little wheel thing, or are we just picking at random?
It's up to you. If you want to pick at random, just let us know the color and what the flavor could be before you chew on it.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm gonna open my box that way I'm ready for when I inevitably fail.
Okay, let's pick one at random. There you go.
Oh man, this smells like garbage. It smells like puke.
There's probably one that's garbage. Oh god.
Is there?
Okay.
So, which one are you? Which color did you pick?
So I have this color,
Which
which
looks like peach or barf.
actually this one I think is it?
Oh, yeah, it might be strawberry,
Yeah,
banana, or dead fish.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. So it's
You're not a fan of live fish, so
I'm not a fan of live fish, no. So I'm gonna hope for strawberry banana.
go for it. Moment of truth. He takes a bite. His face is unchanging, and he loves it. It is strawberry smoothie, right? Yeah, strawberry banana smoothie. Yeah, lucky bum. All right, next question. Moving on.
Great. Oh god, yeah, I dodged a bullet. I just need to own every other fucking question there.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. Never fail again.
if I fail too much, it's gonna ruin my diet.
How many calories in these things?
Not enough to ruin my diet.
All right, all right. Hit me with the question.
What's your spouse's favorite book?
Favorite book. I'm sorry, my friend, but I don't think you even know it. All right, since you missed mine, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna say The Hobbit.
Shit, you were right at one time, but now I like The Lord of the Rings more.
Oh, okay.
But
Damn
it's
it.
close enough. Yeah, you can take one
No,
bite.
no. It's not. It's not close enough. It's not even the same story. Stop giving me breaks.
When I was young, the Hobbit was my favorite. But the last time I read it last year, that I don't know, I felt like different. Yeah, I guess I resonate more with Lord of the Rings, and I guess
as
it's
as we
I guess
as
it's
we
kind of
grow older, we change our perspective on things, like we were saying earlier, right? So
yeah.
everything ends up getting different, and maybe in 5 years it'll be right back to being your favorite. Who the hell knows?
And it's kind of complicated with Lord of the Rings because like it's not my I love the Lord of the Rings and the Tolkien Legendarium, but it's not my oh, is that gonna work?
Go ahead. I'm just spinning.
Like it's not my favorite setting in the universe either. Like I have issues with Lord of the Rings, the storytelling and such, but I still keep going back to it. You know, like I think I've enjoyed reading books more than I enjoy reading the Lord of the Rings, but it's still the book series I've read the most. I've read it like dozens of times, and like there's no other book series that can compare to that regard.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I told you, I never actually even finished Fellowship of the Ring.
I know.
Which
So we actually we're discussing doing a book club eventually, and
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings would be a great contender because I love talking about the Lord of the Rings.
yeah, you would have to give me a fairly long time to read it though, because I am not a fast reader.
Yeah, no,
All right,
I don't have much time to read these days either, unfortunately.
so you may have seen I rolled on that blue one, which says buttery popcorn or rotten egg.
That's not so bad.
Rotten egg? Rotten eggs are stanky.
Eggs are eggs.
All right. Yeah, but eggs, like properly cooked eggs with salt versus rotten egg, I feel like there's a difference. But here we go. Ah, it's rotten egg. Ugh.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna eat one too because I don't know which book you like.
It's gross but sweet because it's still candy, right? So it's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing. Mm.
Okay, so the problem is I think I know, but I
Do
can't.
you know my favorite author?
Yeah, but I can't remember his fucking name. It's like something Cromwell or something like that. Like he
You're
writes
close.
he writes historical fantasy novels.
Yeah,
Uh
just historical novels are called.
yeah, you just yeah, when you're a historian you don't consider these like how it's called
It,
historical fiction. Uh
yeah, exactly.
uh and you really like the one uh I think it's like Napoleonic era. You loaned me one book at one point, and I think that was your favorite one. I just can't remember its fucking name.
Listen, you almost named my favorite author, and I'm feeling inclined to give it to you. But the book that I lent you was probably one of the Sharp series.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
They based a movie
So
off it, right? Didn't they? Or
it was a miniseries,
okay.
in the 90s.
Oh no, you
But
like the
Sharp is.
the you like the King Arthur series that he did.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's closer. Yeah. All right. The first book is called The Winter King, and that's
Yes,
my favorite.
I remember now.
So good enough. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Let's
Okay.
let's tie it at 1-1. It's still. I'm gonna need to go get a snack after this because that's horrifying. All right, next question, my friend.
Okay. What's your spouse's greatest fear?
Oh boy. What is your greatest fear?
Fuck, what's yours even? You're afraid of water, like the deep water, aren't you? Like you're
Not
afraid of the
not
depths?
exactly. I'm not afraid of the depths themselves. No,
You're afraid of
I
what's
think they're
inside.
terrifying. I think the unknown of the depths is terrifying, but also incredibly interesting. I wouldn't put that as
Yeah.
my ultimate fear, but it could be linked.
Oh wait, you have claustrophobia, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wrote suffocating / tight spaces.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's to me the worst way to die would be suffocation, I think, or being slowly crushed. But suffocation to me is worse.
Yeah.
Not even being strangled, because I feel like being strangled, it's like, uh, what's the word? Like faster almost, I guess. But like when you're being strangled, you feel the pressure, you feel it stop. When you're trying to breathe in, but it's not working, that's the feeling that terrifies me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not great.
Um, I know you're kind of the opposite. You're more afraid of open spaces and you're comfortable in caves and like that. I love caves, by the way. I think they're awesome to be in, but they're terrifying. It's like an extreme sport for me to go spelunking or whatever. Your greatest fear? I don't know. I'm gonna say heights. I don't remember if you're afraid of heights or not, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
I'm afraid of heights. Because I've fell down this ski lift when I was a kid.
Yeah, that would do it.
And that was rough. But that's not my greatest fear.
Oh, Shogoths. Shogoths are your greatest fear.
That's pretty up there. That's pretty up there. But you know what's more terrifying than Shoguts? Bugs.
Oh, Dan, I knew that. Oh no. I freaking knew that. God
I
damn
am
it.
terrified of bugs.
Oh man, the cockroaches
Yep.
in Portugal. Where is it?
Did I tell you about my genocide these in the last few weeks?
No.
I had
Please do tell.
I had these very little bugs that started like infesting my yard. And like for a long time, for a while, I don't want to deal with bugs, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna leave you the outside world, and I'm gonna stay inside. But
That's
then
fair.
they started to creep inside. So at that,
Oh, that's not good.
that's not good. So I had to do
Big no.
some research, try to use like insect identifying like apps, like photographing them, trying to understand what they were. Uh, like someone identified them as helm seed bug, found the insecticide that would kill them, and then like destroyed my yard, drowned it in insecticide. Talked to my neighbors to tell them to use that insecticide on their properties as well, and now they are all dead, like in the tens of thousands of bugs dead.
See, like I'm looking at a picture of those bugs now. Those kinds of bugs wouldn't bother me that much.
It's
Like I don't share your fear, so I like.
it's just like they're too small to actually like trigger me, but like they were so numerous,
Mm,
and like and the fact like when I read, like initially I thought because they were so small I thought they were like that kind of bugs that just like, because we're in Canada, right, like bugs don't live long usually,
no.
so I was just expecting like they're just gonna die in winter, but those guys don't, and the reason they were creeping inside
Mm,
was because they were gonna hibernate, and
yeah, you don't want that.
they lived for about 5 years, and those 5 years they're just gonna do like babies and babies, like everything that was outside were babies.
Oh, jeez.
So I decided to genocide a whole bunch of babies, and I slept like a baby. Oh, that's the
Well,
that's the
this is the one I rolled.
which one's
Peach
that?
or barf?
That's a good toss up.
Here we go. It's peach. It's
Ah,
delicious.
you're
I
lucky.
love it.
I love
Peach is my
peach.
favorite.
Yeah, me too.
It turned to barf. What the hell? Ah, it was so good. Now it's barf. Ah,
Oh, what a Neil turn.
oh, I hate it. Screw you, Bean Boozled. Why would you do that to me? Oh my god.
Oh my god, they're doing like hidden
Mm.
taste. That's amazing.
Oh, barf is bad, man. Oh,
Barf is bad, man.
ah, no. It was so good.
Oh my god,
Fuck you.
you got betrayed.
I
Top
got Bean Boozled. Ah.
top 10 anime betrayals.
Ah, it's stuck in my teeth and it's horrible. All right, ask your next fucking question.
What's your spouse's favorite
Yeah.
drink?
Are we talking alcoholic or general?
I was gonna say, I guess we probably might keep it to alcohol, because otherwise it's probably too broad.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh man, I'm feeling it in my gut. Whose turn is it to guess first?
I think it's yours.
Isn't your choice of drink gin?
That's very close, because I adore gin, and I drink the gin and tonic is one of my go-to, but I am a big amateur of scotch.
Ah, scotch.
It's not my go-to
Fine.
drink. I don't drink it like all the time, but it's the drink I enjoy the most. Might
And
as well
I'm
do it at
going
the same
for...
time. Are you red
boy.
wine?
No, I'm not red wine. I love red wine, but it's not my drink.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, that one won't be too horrible, at least. My drink is plain old beer.
Nah, that was
I'm
my
a fan of
good
good
old second.
craft beer. Good old either red beer or craft beer or something with a lot of taste and a lot of hops.
Okay, so, well, I got juicy pear or booger.
So that it'll either be sweet or very salty, I guess. I've got this, which is chocolate pudding or canned dog food.
Ooh,
I've eaten fish food before, as a dare, obviously, and it didn't taste horrible. So I'm hopeful that even if it is canned dog food, it won't be too bad.
I feel
So
like
here we
they're
go.
trying to fuck you up with the smell.
Yeah. Tastes like chocolate. Yeah, it's definitely chocolate. I'm good. I'm all right.
This one tastes like pear. I'm good too.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your pear. You didn't get a gross one, right? Earlier?
No,
Your
not yet.
rotten egg was not rotten egg. Ugh, I got 2. I hate you. Ask your dumb questions. Stupid game.
What would be your spouse's preferred last meal?
Jeez.
Trying to read you.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
You don't strike me as a steak guy.
And you eat anything.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not difficult. But I do have favorites. And I have one thing that I could eat for the rest of my life and be happy, and that's what I wrote. For you, I have no stinking clue. I'm gonna say pasta.
So cool. Like that would be a close second.
Okay.
But
Okay, at least I don't feel too bad.
no,
Like,
yeah,
you're not like, oh fuck pasta, I hate pasta.
no, basically the thing is like if it was like my favorite thing, like I would eat pasta every single day of my life. If it
I
wouldn't,
seem to remember you liking pasta.
I love pasta. The thing is, for my last meal, I would want a poutine.
Oh, really? Oh, I should have known. When we came back from Quebec City, you stopped and got that gigantic poutine that lasted you a week.
Ah, that was good. I love poutine. One of my favorite
All
things
right.
in the world, and I can't eat it
So
because it's too much.
you can take your guess, but the one that I rolled is the one that you had earlier. So either a strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. But I'm not sure if I picked the right
Okay, well
color.
let
Oh no, I
me
didn't. I think
let me
that's supposed to be
guess,
it.
and then we can. If I
We'll
guess
potentially
wrong,
eat together.
yeah.
This might be our last meal. Who knows? Maybe it'll kill me.
Fuck, I want to say burger. It's
I hate you.
just a burger. Is that it?
I wrote a good old burger.
Hell yeah.
I hate you so much right now. All right, here we go for dead fish, I guess. Oh,
Yes.
I'm not swallowing this. Oh,
Sweet dead fish. Mmm.
oh my God.
Count me in.
Oh, have you ever smelled dead fish?
I've smelled fish and
It
they
tastes
smell like
worse.
death, so. You
Oh
good?
God, I hate this game. I'll be fine.
You
I hate
bought
you.
these. You bought these. You wanted
I
this.
know, but I thought you were gonna get screwed, not me.
Okay, so what is your spouse's favorite hobby?
Jeez. That's a killer one for us. We've got too many hobbies.
We have too many hobbies.
Man. Oh God. I see my bit of candy and it's grossing me out. What is my favorite hobby? Let alone yours. Um Took a guess for you, but what is mine? I don't. Hmm. All right, I picked one. Almost at random.
Okay, I'm gonna say hockey. Like play hockey, watch hockey, talk about hockey, look stats about hockey, play video games of hockey.
And I hate you.
Is that it?
I yeah, in my mind I specifically said because I wrote down yours. I messed. Uh, but in my mind I specifically said play hockey because of all the things. That's my favorite. But yeah, I did pick hockey, so I hate you.
Hell yeah.
So oh no, wait, I still need to guess. It's just that you don't eat garbage. I'm gonna say pen and paper for you.
Pen and paper RPGs?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I want to give it to you or not because the one like what I wrote is write stories. But the thing is, like, I didn't write specifically writing because like I love writing, but writing is not like I realized not too long ago that like what links all my hobbies together is stories.
Creating stories. Yeah.
Like I play pen and paper RPGs because I love creating stories. I love playing war games because I like to weave a narrative into it. So like all of these are about stories. So I feel like I would give it to you. But
These do.
I'll give it to you.
Still have the taste of dead fish in my mouth, so I'd rather not mix it with whatever the fuck awaits me.
In terms of concrete stuff, I would play RPGs until I die. That definitely. So yeah.
Taking the win.
I'll give it to you.
I appreciate it. All right. Did we want to do one last one, or did we want to keep going?
I have one last one actually.
Awesome.
So the last one is kind of a challenge. Okay. And so it has like, it's a question where I'm gonna ask a very specific answer, and if you only have it like approximately right, you're gonna eat one, but if you have it completely off, you're gonna eat two.
Okay, at the same time or one after the other?
One after the other. We need to write it down, and then we just
yeah, okay.
So what was your spouse's master thesis subject?
So like, do we have to write the title, or
you need
we
to
have to get the subject?
You need to get either the subject or the title like as close as possible.
And you need to be super specific on yours too.
Oh yeah,
like
I know.
On my thesis.
I know.
All right.
Want to take a gander?
Well, let me just write down mine.
Oh yeah, I guess I need to as well.
So yours was about the representation of the Middle Ages in pen and paper RPGs.
Yes.
Am I close enough that like I'm cool, or?
I'm gonna give it. Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna give it.
What was your title?
Yeah, that was. It doesn't work in English as much, but it was like playful past and.
In my program, they didn't want us to get too creative with the title. They just wanted something that was like,
yeah, because like basically what we had to do is like you have a creative part and then like colon super specific. So like it was I can remember it, but yeah, it was like playful past, role and significance of the Middle Ages in role-playing games.
Okay, so I'm really super close.
Yeah, you are.
So that means I eat one or I eat none.
You
I
eat.
forget.
I think you eat none. Uh, and yeah, for your
I feel
information,
powerful.
faithful viewers, the goal of that was not just for funsies. It was to determine through that lens, like what the Middle Ages meant to people and why they would use it and what they brought to specific stories compared to
Did you
other
focus?
things.
Did you focus on a specific period, like on a specific period of RPGs?
No, I went through like from like early Dungeons and Dragons and like other like 80s and 90s era to like very recent stuff. I went through it all to see uh yeah, just see how it had evolved, how it had maintained. And yeah, it was super interesting as a subject.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's mine?
Okay, yours and that okay, the problem is right in this one, like I don't speak Gaelic. So it's rough.
Okay.
But I remember it was about the like the role symbolism and like significance of the usage of the otherworld motif in uh Gaelic legends, or like not specifically legend, but it was about like the Celtic equivalent of a saga, specifically about a Gaelic hero, and his name was like Gargawain or something like that, Kirkawain or some. I can't remember his name.
So unfortunately, you're close in the sense that I can't give it to you. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay. Go into it.
So it wasn't on Cuchulainn.
Okay.
Cuchulainn, that was just a research project in my thesis.
Okay.
And Cuchulainn is Irish.
Right. Okay.
But it wasn't on him, and it wasn't on his stories, and it wasn't on a Gaelic story either. It was actually the representation of death in general in Imabinogi, which is a Welsh 13th century.
You focus on Welsh. I thought you were yeah. You focus on Gaelic studies.
I did during my minor in my bachelor's. I focused more on Gaelic studies, but my master's I focused on Welsh culture a bit more,
Right.
partly because the university I went to was Welsh.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so it's the Imabinogi is a conglomeration of books written by various authors. The latest of which we think was in the 13th century, but there's way too much debate on the dating of that book. But in Welsh culture, in Celtic cultures in general, but specifically Welsh for this research, death comes in many forms, including representations of the other world, and even that's debated whether the other world a parallel universe or the underworld, the death, because there's no good or bad connotation to the other. You there's beings that exist in the other world, but they're not people who used to be alive. They're not dead either. They're just other kinds of beings. But the way that it was presented, specifically in that book, was often closely related to how other cultures the afterlife. So that's kind of what I focused on during my thesis.
Yeah, I remember there was a part about thresholds, like when you cross certain like when you do like because I know like the other world, the Celtic other world, you access it through like uh how do you would call that like delimitations and like in the world, like crossing a river, crossing the threshold of a door, or going through mists, something like that. I remember there was a hero that would die if he would stand in a door threshold or something like that.
Yeah, geez, I don't remember which one that was, but I do remember that. Yeah, bodies of water in general seen as portals to the other world. Sometimes frames or gates or just like arcs were often seen as portals too. But there's so many stories in Welsh history of heroes going to the other world and then trying to come back, but only heroes can ever go, kind of like an exclusive club type thing. And that was part of the representation of death, is that the death of these heroes made it so that they could go to the other world, and then coming back was almost impossible. So yeah, it was a very interesting subject. I don't remember much of it, to be honest, because I forgot about it like 6 months later, because that's how my memory works.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
But I don't eat candy, and you do.
I eat two because I was pretty far off.
Yeah, unfortunately, like if you would have said Welsh, I would have made you eat one.
Yeah, I just like I use Gaelic. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a fair guess. I'm of Scottish descent, so it makes sense. But no, I actually did focus on.
But now
Welsh
I actually I remember you were you got really into like Welsh nationalism at some point. You
Yeah.
educated me on the matter. All right.
Emo Heath is the best nationalist anthem in the world. Fight me.
You made it made me listen to it. I don't remember it, but I remember it's good.
Oh, I haven't listened to it in years, but it's great.
All right, so the first one is berry blue or toothpaste, which is pretty fine.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's fine. Are you a fan of mint in general?
I am. That's toothpaste.
Yeah, so toothpaste is not the end of the world, right?
No.
It's like there's one of them. Is it in this one? No, it's in the old one. There's one of them that was freshly cut grass, the bad one, and I was just like, that sounds amazing.
Remember we had that shot of grass.
Yeah, grass juice or whatever with one of our from university. Yeah, I mean it. I never had another one of those shots, but it wasn't horrible. I didn't puke like rotten fish. What's your second one?
The same again. So I'm. Oh no, wait. Okay, I'm just gonna move it a little bit on this.
Can't do the same.
I know. So I'm gonna move it a bit to the side, and we have one of the new ones: birthday cake or dirty dishwater.
Okay, that sounds gross. Like not horrifyingly gross, but that sounds pretty gross if you get the wrong.
So we're gonna see.
Are you sure that's the right one? Are you sure that's not dead fish?
Fuck, I hope not. Which one is dead fish? No, that's not it. Yeah, that's. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be. Oh, what is it? Tutti Frutti?
Because birthday cake was white.
Yeah, I found it.
Yours, it looked.
Yeah.
The one that you looked like that you showed me looked. Yeah, okay, that looks better. Okay. Because the other one looked yellowish.
Oh, fuck.
Dirty sink water doesn't taste great.
Oh, that's super accurate.
Really, eh? Oh. I can't. I'm having trouble imagining what dirty dishwater would taste like.
It's soap, well, like with a side of dirt.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of the soap. I just thought of the dirty dishes. Oh. But you're right, with the soap mixed into it, that must be pretty gross.
Oh, that's awful.
Yay! I'm not the only one who's gonna puke tonight.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, and of course it's the last one. Like I can't even, and I can't take another one just to like change the taste. Like they're all awful potentially.
Yeah, it's a risk. Like the one with toothpaste is probably safe-ish bet.
Yeah, you know what? Which one is that?
Maybe I'll go for a bluey one too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a bluey one.
Yeah, it's berry blue. That's fine. It'll wash off the rotten fish taste.
Yep.
I love jelly beans, by the way. It's my favorite candy. If we ever play this game again, you'll remember.
I will.
But these jelly beans are not good. Not all of them, anyways.
Oh.
Good times.
Well, yeah, that sums up our relationship. I think. You have any closing thoughts before we close this episode?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, we'll be back with another episode next week with a specific subject in mind that we'll discuss a little bit more thoroughly. But we're here to have fun too. So these beans will probably be pulled out again at one point, one reason or another. And for those of us watching us on video on YouTube or Facebook Live, face cringe and disgust. And for the others, we'll do our best to describe it.
Yeah. And in the meanwhile, if you have a subject, question, or comment, please feel free to leave it on any of our social media platforms, which we've listed earlier, but they're going to be in all of the description of wherever you're going to find this episode. Um, quick reminder for the people watching this in the future is that these podcasts are recorded live, and you can catch us in the act every Thursday around 9:30 p.m. Eastern, kids allowing. Um, and yeah, don't forget to you can subscribe, ring that bell, follow us on social media so you're never gonna miss any of that sweet golden content that we produce.
And if you want to see highlights, little clips of these podcasts, follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, the wheel of socials, and all those places. We're posting everywhere. We want you guys to see us because we think we're funny and we want to share that with the world.
You think very highly of us.
I always laugh when I edit our clips.
Yeah, me too, but then
think
I
we're
feel like
funny.
such a fucking fool for doing it. like I laugh and I'm like, I suck.
We're gonna have to talk about how we talk to ourselves in
Yeah.
one of our episodes.
All right, well, on that
Uh,
note, hope you lovely people have an amazing day, and tune in next week for another episode of Metal Break Dads, and every weekday for a new video on numerous different platforms, but mostly YouTube.
yep,
All right.
that's my conclusion. Yep.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.